How's it going? Well, here I am at Stony Bay. Beautiful spot. I'm here for a couple of days, and today I just spent a bit of time going out and having a bit of spearfish and a free dive. I haven't been doing this for a few years, about 3 years actually, so I took it pretty easy, but the old trusty spear gun and fins, mask and snorkel did the damage again, and I got 2 fish today. That one, shot it through the top actually, dived down on it and speared it through the top of the, and it came out the bottom. So got that one, and a nice little panny, wherever he is. Just a little panny, nice little fish, good eater. That's dinner sorted tonight. I wasn't out there to get a lot of fish, just wanted to feed, and that's what I got. So yeah, I didn't do any filming of the spearfishing because I woke up this morning and I bought a new camera. I bought a Hero 9, and yeah, I'm dying to use it, but I found all my camera mounts this morning when I took them to bits broken. So luckily I'm being joined by someone tomorrow, and they're bringing me those spare parts so I can carry on filming tomorrow. And I'm going out fishing in the morning first thing, and yeah, I mean, those fish were unreal, right up in the shallows. I saw some bigger ones, but this is the size I like about this. Nothing bigger than this is what I prefer. A lot of nice fish up in the shallows. I saw some, you know, some fish that were 15 to 18 pound. I left them alone. So yeah, awesome day. That's my first day here at Stony Bay, and tomorrow I'll be heading out. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I'm just going to chill out now, have a bite to eat, and enjoy the view out here, and basically relax and get organised for tomorrow. Well, hello there. What an awesome day it was yesterday, but today we've got an absolute cracker. And I'm joined by Andrew Fleming. We're out for a bit of a fish this morning till this afternoon. Got a bit of lunch packed. We're just cruising and heading out looking for whatever, but I'm really in hope of some other species. Had a good day looking at the snapper yesterday, and brought home a couple which we're going to cook up tonight, so we'll show you that. And yeah, just out here enjoying what Mother Nature and the ocean has to provide. First fish of the day. Plenty of sign down there. I'm sitting in about 19 meters, and you know, I'm cruising along. I've actually got one of the new Berkeley shimmer vibes on. It's a soft lure, but anyway, yeah, and I'm trolling that along as I'm going. If there's a kingy around, it'll certainly get to it. Just a little panty snapper, legal fish, but certainly I'd prefer them a bit bigger. But yeah, nice give back to Tangaroa, first fish. Awesome. It never ceases to amaze me what these ganjigs catch. Here we go, little leather jacket. Or as others know it as creamfish. See this spike on the top there, that one? You got to be super careful of that. That gets you, you're in trouble. But yeah, let this guy go. But yeah, the species that you get on these ganjigs are amazing. You know, this is the one I was using the last time I filmed. Beaten up paintwork, eyes still intact, and still catching fish. Alright. We've been at it for a little while now. I've got one fish in the back. I didn't really film it because it was a 38 centimetre snapper. But it's been a little bit slow. We've looked out deep, and we're now moved back into the shallows a little bit. But I just want to take this opportunity while I'm fishing to say thank you to everybody who left comments on the last video, and some great advice. I got some emails from some of you too, and messages through the social media pages, and yeah, really appreciate the support and feedback. And it seems that, you know, people want me to be back, and So here we go. Have I got them? They're real. Oh yeah, no, he let go. It's a lot of smaller stuff today. So I'm fishing soft baits at the moment, and I'm just playing around with this new bait from Berkeley, which is a jerk. It's a new shrimp, and it looks quite cool. It's got these cool little dangly legs off it, and yeah, I'm just trying one out, and I've had a few hits on it. But yeah, I just wanted to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you for all those suggestions, and yeah, you guys have certainly confirmed some of the stuff that you want to see from me, and that's what I plan to do. I'm also going to show you some of my art. Like, I'm going to basically do a tutorial on making a fish replica from scratch for anyone who wants to take the time and do it. There's a bit of a process involved, and you need the right gear, obviously the right materials more than anything. But yeah, I think it would be a cool thing to show. Not a lot of people show how to make fish replicas on YouTube, so I'm sure it'll be of interest to all of you, and you'll be seeing a lot more of my artwork in the future. So anyway, we'll keep fishing, and hopefully things pick up. Couldn't ask for better conditions, but it hasn't done a lot for the fishing. But the day's young at the moment. It's only mid-morning, and anything can happen from here on in. But my guess is, after seeing all those fish in the shallows yesterday, that's where we'll end up prospecting at some stage this afternoon, as well as looking out over the sand. I'd really love some different species, and that's why I'm here on the east coast, because different species are here, and it'd be nice to get some gurnard. And a John Dory, I would never say no to one of those, but we'll see how we go. You just never know, and that's why it's called fishing and not catching. Alright, soft bait's doing the damage at the moment. Andrew's just landed himself a reasonable panty fish, and feels like I've got the same, you know. That's what we were looking for anyway, is just a good feed, you know. Getting fixated on the big ones and catching bigger fish is all good and that, but I just enjoy every fish that I catch. Actually, I just love the fight, and I love the way they run around. And people get a bit tired of catching snapper, right? But hey, you know, they're the most prolific species we have up north at the moment, and they put up a heck of a good scrap, especially in the shallows. Yep, this is a nice eating size fish for me, so it's quite likely it'll go in the back. They're in really good condition at the moment too. Now I don't have a back camera today, you'll notice, so, and the reason being, the mounts that I got had cracks in them. So yeah, not doing too good on that front at the moment. Got some things to replace and change. Come on, mate. Here we go. Just a nice panty. I'll show you that. Thanks to those who gave me the tips about ickying the fish. I tried it before, and yeah, just a nice eating size fish, but yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's about 40 centimeters, I'd say, and I'm definitely putting that in the back. But thanks for the tips on ickying the fish first. I tried that. It's a much more humane way to do it. So last time I showed, you know, bleeding the fish and snapper, and yeah, a lot of people have come back and said that they do it too and agree with the eating quality. So yeah, give it a try if you haven't. And later on we'll have a bit of a thing on cooking up some snapper real simply, especially when things like this, when you're camping. So yeah, good times. But I've moved out to about 27 meters and dropped down a green gan jig, about 60 gram, and something got hold of it. Choice. Hopefully one for the back. It's been pretty slow on it so far, but I'm thinking that might change, you know, as the tide turns. High tide was about 11 o'clock, and it's now sort of just past 11:30. This fish is now getting a bit smaller as it comes up, which is typical. Oh no, turning around and doing another little run. Could be awesome. Could be just the size I'm looking for, hopefully. But it's hard to say. You know, they start off fighting really hard in this water, in this depth. Yeah, it's peeling line. I've got my drag set pretty light, so you know, Here we go, I can just starting to see colour now. Oh yeah, this is what we want. Perfect size, woohoo! Sweet. Another good eater. And hooked just with one jig, one hook. But it's well hooked. There we go. Nice eating size fish. That's what we're after. You know, so there's tons of fish sign down there, so might have to get me jig back in and see if I can hook another one, because yeah, that was certainly looks a bit more promising out here. Awesome. So yeah, you can see that. Nice eating size, just a penny, be 38-40 centimetre. Lovely. Alright, well we've been struggling a bit. She's been a bit, got a bit lumpy out here. It's quite a hard case. We just had some fog roll in. It's bizarre, low cloud or whatever. And yeah, but I've just pulled up this, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll just turn into the sun because I'm in a bit of a dark spot here. You can see it's getting a bit lumpy. Just got a nice blue cod. Look at that. Definitely going to take that baby home. Big enough. They've got to be 33 centimetres, these guys. And that one's certainly big enough for that. So I'm happy I got something different. Whoa. He's like a wriggler, this guy. But yeah, definitely a keeper. 35 centimetres. Easily 40 centimetres, this one. Nice blue cod. Not very blue though. And that was on the green gan jig. So these are awesome. Like I've done a clip on baked blue cod before, and these are perfect for that. You can bake them or you can cut the fillets off, and they're nice and a nice fat fish. So awesome. Different species. I'm happy with that. Just cruising along now, looking for sign. I got a little glimmer on the sounder of like what looked like a bait school, so I just dropped it down and hooked up on the drop actually. Yeah, nice and lumpy out here actually now. Probably good actually. Sometimes this little bit of surface agitation can really bring on the fishing. Nothing to write home about, but we'll let this guy go. But yeah, still that's how it works when you're reacting to that sounder. You know what's showing up on the sounder. He's well hooked, this one. Might have to get the pliers onto him. Oh no, there we go. And we'll let that one go. Yeah, just so I'm going to drop back down, because sometimes the bigger fish can be sort of behind the smaller ones, and you know, you've just got to keep trying, keep persevering. On a day like today when the fishing's quite slow, it's all about just working hard to get the catch. So keep trying. All right, just doing the same thing, just dropping on a bit of mark, and that didn't see a lot on the sounder with this fish, but actually it's turned out to be quite nice. Feels like a decent fish. Well, decent in terms of eating quality obviously, so yeah, happy about that. Peeling a little bit of line too, that's always a good sign. And it feels solid, feels like it's got a bit of weight to it, so yeah. There we go. Oh, doing some runs. Nice. Love these jigs, man. Gan jigs, they're just the bomb. I can't, everything else I put down there today just doesn't touch them. It's crazy. And today, the colour today obviously is green. You know, oh yeah, good fish. Good eating size fish. This one's got to come home. They're in great condition right now, which is cool. So he's still full of beans too, but he's coming home with me, this one, if I can get him. There we go. Just a nice eating size fish, that one. Yeah, perfect. Perfect size to take home for the table. All right, still doing the same thing, just prospecting along, looking for sign, and this feels like a better fish. I hope so anyway, but I've got a good feed anyway, and fishing's almost coming to an end soon, you know. time to go back and gonna cook up a nice feed this afternoon. So yeah, for dinner tonight we're having fresh fish. In fact, we're gonna do some of that fish that I shot yesterday when I went spearfishing, because it's had 24 hours on ice. Well, it will have by the time I fillet it, and I think that's quite important. You know, like, I'm not one to fillet my fish straight away. I like to put them on ice and let them set. What that means is the flesh sets, and what it does is it actually means that you get more meat off when you fillet them, and that's quite important. If you try and do a fish when it's really fresh, it doesn't really you know, it doesn't come off the same, so you end up wasting quite a bit. You leave quite a bit behind, and you don't really want that. You want to be able to, you know, you want to be able to maximize the fish. I like to cook up the heads occasionally too and make soup, but any fish that I get, once I've filleted them, whoo, yeah, this is a goodie. This is more like it. This is what we're looking for, this size here. This is a ripper. I like to utilize as much of the fish as I can, and when I, you know, even when I, oh, missed them. Sometimes they can do that just at the last minute, close their mouths or whatever. So, but yeah, I like to utilize as much of the fish as I can. No waste. There we go. Check that baby out. Woohoo! That's a ripper. There's some good marks down there actually right now. So yeah, that's a good 40 something centimetre snapper. Nice eating size. And the good old trusty gan jig on the green. It's starting to lose a bit of paint. It's had so many hits today. And yeah, beautiful. How's it going? Back on shore now. So, been filleting the fish that I speared yesterday. Mint looking fish, beautiful condition, and the flesh is just lovely. We've got a bit of a group of ducks behind us, little buggers. I've just been giving them a little bit of fish scraps. They were pretty wrapped, so you got to imagine things like that. They survive on whatever they can get, you know, day to day. Unlike us, who have our food pretty much laid out for us if we want it. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some rub on the fillets. I've just, after filleting them and skinning them, I've cut them, and boning them of course, I've cut them into sort of 4-inch square chunks. Nice size fillets, nice and thick, so they're going to be good. Okay, here's my veggie garden tip for this video. I've got this snapper here that I speared while I was out camping up Stony Bay, and unfortunately this one here, I like to boil them up sometimes and make some broth or whatever, or stock with them, but this one here has still got the guts in it, and it's been too many days like this. So I've removed any excess meat, because I always give that to our dogs as a bit of a treat. They love it. But what you can do with the remaining carcass for your veggies is actually dig yourself a hole with your spade, and about a spade depth. That's all you need, and then drop that whole fish in there like that, and basically cover it over with dirt, and then you can plant whatever you like, pumpkin, tomato plant, you name it, and that plant will do extremely well. And as that fish decays down, the plant will feed off it. So that's natural fish and blood meal going in your garden right there. So I've got this rub, which is, my mate makes it, it's a night's rub. Pretty awesome. I buy quite a bit of it every year for meat and all sorts, but this is a seafood one, and all I'm going to do is put a tiny little sprinkle on it. So I'm just basically putting the rub in and coating it each side. I'll turn them over in a minute, and this is a real simple way of actually doing some fish while you're camping, you know what I mean? This is no fuss. I mean, it's just fillet the fish. Whoop, handy towel stuck to it. Got a bit wet. So yeah, it's quite an easy way to do it, you know. So we're just going to put some more of this on, you know. I'm a bit messy on it, but that's the best part about camping, you know, is you can just be a bit lax like that. I'm doing it on the back of my ute, on the tailgate. And yeah, just work all this in, and then what we're going to do after that is just leave it aside now for about 20 minutes. Okay, so the last step now, our fish has been marinating in this rub, you know, quite nice. So you can see both sides of it, it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is, it's been about 25 minutes, is dust it in flour. And this is the last step. Just give it a good coating of flour, nice and simple to take away on a camping trip. And you know, I just put a little bit of flour in this container, and yes, you know, I love eating seafood when you've caught it pretty much the day before, and you know, while you're camping, nothing beats it, eh? You know, and this is really nice. That rub just adds a little bit of a something else to the snapper, even though this snapper is going to be really tasty, thick fillet. So yep, all nicely dusted in flour. So after that, we're going to put it in, you're going to get a fry pan and heat the fry pan up, and basically we want to make the fry pan pretty hot, and then we're going to add a little bit of olive oil and some butter, and then after that we will, once the oil and butter is smoking, you don't want to burn it, so the oil's good because it stops the butter burning. Then we're going to drop the fillets in when it's really hot and cook them until they're golden on each side, about 2 minutes, 2 and a bit minutes maybe. So yeah, and then after that it's entirely up to you how you eat them. Obviously a bit of lemon squeezed on there is always a good bonus. We're going to have ours tonight cooked like that, and then on a tortilla wrap with a bed of salad, beetroot, and you know, bits and pieces, avocado, and squeezed with lemon afterwards. Yum as. Real easy way to make a feed while you're camping. And that's it from us this week. So thanks heaps for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Cheers.